My name is Emme Slangen and I'm a sea level researcher here at NIOS in Ierske. I look at sea level change due to climate change. The reason that sea level rise is so important is that we like to live near the coasts. People like to see the ocean, to smell the ocean, but it's also the most hazardous place to live, because if sea level is gonna rise, then the impact of sea level extremes is gonna be larger, which means that we're more at risk in the future. In my research, I've always tried to make the step from just studying the global mean change to actually looking at what's happening regionally. So in my tenure track, I'm trying to get a more complete picture of sea level rise in the future, and also a more detailed picture, because no one lives at the global mean sea level. It's different everywhere, and it really depends on where you live, how much sea level is going to change in the future. So we're trying to get closer to the coast, and the question is how well it can deal with sea level rise and if it will still be there in 100 years. Here at Ierske, I'm in the group of estuarine and delta systems. There's people here looking at the ecology, at the geomorphology, hydrology, so how does the water flow, where does the sand come from, how does wildlife react to it. NIOS really looks at the ocean as a whole, so they really have this full picture of the ocean and everything that lives in it. In that sense, it's an institute that fits me really well, because I look at sea level from lots of different angles. Education and communication is a vital part of doing this tenure track. I'm not supposed to go and sit in my ivory tower and model how sea level rises. I'm supposed to, and I want to, tell people what is happening, what they can expect, and also make people aware of the consequences of their actions and maybe what they can do about it. Because if we don't do anything and sea level keeps rising, then beaches will disappear. Sea level rise is one of the most important consequences of climate change. The warming is gonna cause changes in a lot of parts of the climate system. And at the Dutch coast, currently our protection is built for a 1 in 10,000 year flood event. But if you start rising the base level, the sea level, that means that these 1 in 10,000 year events might become a 1 in 1,000 year event, or even a 1 in 100 year event. Ierske is a really nice, small fisherman village. There's lots of people that come here especially to eat the oysters and the mussels, to enjoy seafood fresh from the Eastern Scheldt, which is brilliant. The beach is never far away in Zeeland. Even just behind the institute, we can dive into the Eastern Scheldt for our lunch breaks to have a swim. There's also lots of good diving spots around here. You can do sailing, kayaking, so it's great for everything that has to do with water sports. I hope that in the course of my research I will be able to get a much higher resolution picture of sea level rise along the coast everywhere, and the Netherlands in particular, so that we can understand what is happening here and not 100 kilometers offshore. There's always more questions to answer, more things we want to understand, more details. So all we can do is give different options for what we think might happen, what is physically possible that will happen to sea level.